Alright campers, gather round. So, you know how sometimes the biggest adventures aren't miles away, but right under your nose? Well, this is the story of Leo, who wasn't exactly the most outgoing kid. He loved his fantasy novels and sketching imaginary creatures more than anything. One sweltering afternoon, while exploring the dusty attic of the old camp lodge, he found an odd, rolled-up piece of canvas tucked behind a stack of moth-eaten blankets. It looked ancient, and when he carefully unrolled it, he saw it was a map, but most of it was smudged away. One thing, though, was clear, a drawing of a grumpy-looking badger with a crown, and the words Badger King's Bluff, where shadows scheme. Now, Leo wasn't scared of much, but the area marked Badger King's Bluff was usually off-limits. Camp counselors said it was too rocky and had too many grumpy badgers. But Leo, ever the adventurer at heart, felt a pull. The map showed a path that wasn't on any of the official camp trails. He spent the next day trying to match the map's crude drawings to the actual woods, his brow furrowed in concentration. The thought of facing a grumpy, crowned badger gave him a shiver, but the lure of the unknown was stronger than any fear. The next morning, he packed a small bag, whispered "Adventure awaits," and set off. The path the map indicated was barely there, more like a deer trail through thick brambles. Leo had to scramble over fallen logs that looked like sleeping giants and push through curtains of vines that felt like a spider's web. The air grew heavy, and strange rustling sounds came from all around. Then, he heard it, a low grumble, like rocks tumbling down a hill. Peeking through a thicket of ferns, he saw it, a clearing, and in the center, a huge, moss-covered boulder. Sitting atop the boulder, looking incredibly annoyed, was a badger. And this badger was wearing a tiny, slightly crooked, golden crown. Leo froze. The Badger King let out a huff, his nose twitching. "And what brings a crumb snatcher like you to my dominion?" he growled, his voice surprisingly deep. Leo, trying to remember his manners, stammered, I followed a map, your majesty." The Badger King narrowed his eyes. "A map, eh? Most who seek my bluff are after my legendary acorn hoard. But you seem different." He hopped down from the boulder, circling Leo. "You seek not gold, but something else?" Leo, finding his courage, replied, "I seek adventure, sir. And perhaps a good story." The Badger King actually cracked a smile, a rare sight indeed. "Adventure, you say? Huh. Very well, young map follower. The greatest adventure isn't always about what you find, but what you learn along the way. And you've learned to face your fears, haven't you?" He then led Leo to a hidden stash of the juiciest berries and the most delicious wild honey. Leo left the bluff feeling not just full, but also proud. He realized the grumpy badger wasn't an antagonist, but a guardian of his own quiet world. If you want to hear more tales of unexpected heroes and grumpy kings, you should totally subscribe to Story Nest. It's where the real magic happens. And hey, give this video a thumbs up if you're ready for your own adventure.